This is somehow scarier than that.
Yeah,
I don't like that lady.
Yeah, this is concerning. I'm worried about all of this. Oh! Ben Franklin jump scare! Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where today I am joined on the couch by Amy.
Hi!
Who's sporting a fantastic puffer jacket there.
I will say, it is very comfortable and very lovely.
Wow, hashtag sponsored by our own product. And secondly, we got Ash over yonder way.
Heyo!
So we've got all sorts of things to talk about today. First off, I know that we're going to be talking about Poppy Playtime.
Yes.
Because we're in the process of putting the final touches on our complete timeline of Poppy Playtime, which is coming out the end of this week. Actually, that's our game theory for this week.
Look at that timing.
I know, right?
So good.
The 4D chess that's being played right now is, for a long time, we were in the same mode as Scott Cawthon, where we would release a theory and then he would release a game. Now we release a complete timeline of Poppy Playtime, and boom!
They give you new stuff.
They give us new stuff, of course. So it's we gotta hack that, and luckily, there's still time for us to get this into the timeline. If we need it to be, we'll see. And fortunately, they haven't dropped Chapter 3 yet, which is the other concern.
That is a good thing.
But Chapter 3 is on the way. I think it's coming up in December. I don't know. They said Q4 at some point, so it's gonna happen before the end
very
of the year.
last day of December.
Right, that would be an odd choice on their part, honestly. December 31st is boom, there it is.
I mean, everyone's off for New Year's. They're like, why go party when you could play Poppy? Poppy over party.
Poppy is greater than party.
Yeah,
yes. I like that.
Yes.
A Poppy party.
A Poppy party.
Yeah. But before
Poppy
we get to
New
any
Year.
Poppy New Year.
Yes.
I like Poppy New Year.
you.
That's good.
Thank
Don't
you.
release it on the last day of the year, though.
Please don't.
Mob games. That would be a terrible decision for literally everyone. For you, for us. It would suck all around. So please don't do that. Before we get to Poppy New Year, I love that. Speaking of Poppy, has the new Trolls movie come out? I feel like I've been seeing ads for the Trolls movie for the
I
last
believe so.
Has it? Trolls
World tour.
In Sync edition?
They're
Right.
touring?
Apparently, they're a boy band now.
It's all in the family.
Oh.
It's basically, hey, In Sync needs money. And so
It's Justin Timberlake needs to reevaluate his career.
Oh, no! I mean,
that's what this movie is.
that is fair.
True.
I can't show my face around, but I'll show my troll face
That's
around.
what I listened to on the plane, was the entirety of that.
Of Britney Spears' audiobook?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That was
how long my plane ride was.
Wow. That's a pretty decent
6 hours.
audiobook. Yeah. Spicy.
Yeah.
It's a spicy book.
It was interesting.
Yeah. Oh man, we'll have to talk. Anyway, speaking of books, let's hand it over to Ash. Where, for those of you who don't know, Ash is doing NaNoWriMo right now, which is the write a book in November kind of initiative. Although I wish it was NaNoWriMo because it just flows so much better. And every time I have to rhyme, it doesn't work. Ash has been giving us clues throughout the month of November as to the content of their book. And so far we've gotten a lot of vague words that have told us literally nothing. The only thing we do know is that she's not writing the Bible.
Right.
Okay.
No DLC for the Bible, no additional book.
Can you give me a recap of the words you've given so far?
Yeah, for sure. So we've done numerous.
Numerous.
There's 3.
3.
No chapters.
No chapters.
And I feel like there was another one.
Yeah, I mean, they're all so telling of the content contained therein that they really stick in the mind there. But no,
Yeah.
please give us more insight into this great American novella. Watch out, Fazbear Frights. Tales
Yeah.
from the
Ooh.
Pizzaplex. I've got a new thing on my reading list, and it's going to be
it?
Ash's tell-all book.
Yeah. So this one will be a little more specific,
Ooh! Oh my gosh, we get detail?
but not in the way that you think. The word of the day.
It doesn't have to be just a single word.
No, it does.
No,
it
it
does.
No, it builds up like you have to write a book.
No,
a
but
book is word by word.
But the point is, it's 50,000 words in a month.
Yeah.
You're not going to get there one day. We upload every other day.
Yeah.
And not on weekends.
But every word is important.
It's true. Every word ups that word count.
At most, we're getting 12 words this month. Okay.
So enough for a blurb on the back of a book.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
Maybe it's a puzzle.
At this rate,
Boom.
I'm not writing you a preface.
My novel opening by Matpat?
Right?
Was that your plan? Because that was not run
You
by
were
me.
supposed to write the forward.
That's why I meant the forward. That's why I meant the forward. The preface.
Space.
A foreword written by Matt. When I first knew Ash as a figment of my imagination sitting on the couch next to me, little did I suspect that I was actually sitting next to America's next great author.
Aw.
Well, there you go. So anyway, okay, give us whatever word or clue or otherwise.
The word of the day is criticism.
Is it fiction or nonfiction?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Fiction.
Okay.
Okay. Is it like fictionalized version of something like the Anthropocene Reviewed? Rather than chapters, are they individual critiques of different things in life from a fictional perspective?
Ooh.
That is the closest anyone has gotten so far.
Wow!
Can you tell I read?
Great! Thank you!
Also, you should try the Anthropocene Reviewed. It's fun.
Yeah, I think I will.
John Green.
John Green.
Yeah.
John Green.
John Green.
I was like, why does that sound so familiar? It's
Yeah,
John.
his nonfiction.
John! I love John.
John's
he
great.
gave me a pair of socks earlier this year.
Oh my gosh, which kind?
Yeah.
Which kind?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has so many socks.
There are so many different socks.
I mean, he does have a lot of socks.
Yeah.
He gave me a variety pack. Yeah.
Did you get like a pack from the Awesome Socks Club?
I did, actually, yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
I know.
that's crazy.
That's a big deal.
We bonded. It was nice.
I
We
did-
bonded over socks and coffee, even though I don't drink coffee.
That's important.
I am so happy that there is someone on our team who is not required to read every FNAF book.
No.
And so you fill your time
With other
reading
books.
actual good books. Reading actual literature.
It's true.
Oh, thank
when I am
goodness.
stressed, I read. And then depending on what I'm reading, people can tell the level of stress I'm under.
Really?
Yes.
So, okay. Don't worry, we'll get to Poppy
No.
Playtime, I swear. But I'm curious, what is a low stress book versus a high stress book?
Well, so like low stress, I will read stuff that's more intense. So stuff that's longer, long-term fantasy, like
Yeah.
big,
Okay.
chunky novels that require you to pay attention.
Like Game of Thrones
Yes.
style. Yeah.
If I'm stressed, I read thrillers.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
John Grisham style?
No.
I don't
No,
know.
not John Grisham.
Not that John. Not that John.
He's a John G.
He's not my kind of John, okay?
Not my John.
Not my John. Hey, so what's up with Poppy Playtime? They released this new video, right?
Yeah.
This is a teaser for Chapter 3. Chapter 3 should be coming soon, very soon. And the fact that they're releasing like cartoons and things to promote it pretty much tell us like, hey, we're building up the hype train. Get ready. Here we go. Amy.
Yes.
What do you know about Poppy Playtime?
So I know that it is a toy factory of presumably haunted toys.
Oh man, you need to watch our timeline, but sure. Okay.
I do.
'Cause they're
I
not
do.
haunted, but yeah.
They are like alive. They kill
alive.
people.
They do kill people.
Yes.
is accurate.
I have played. Well, it's the thing is like most of the ones I've played are the multiplayer,
Yeah.
which have less lore.
Project Playtime.
Yes. And so like I know Huggy Wuggy is the big bad. I know that there's the pink
Well, he
version
was
of
in
Huggy.
Chapter 1, but now he's dead.
But there's and then there's the pink version. There's Mommy Longlegs.
Okay, yeah, uh-huh.
And then there's the weird guy in the gas mask suit that we used in one.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Listen,
the weird guy in the
listen,
gas mask.
We're the
suit.
weird
Listen.
guy.
Yeah, the weird guy.
I was required to know enough about iconic imagery to make a thumbnail, and then I wasn't, and I stopped.
No, that's fair. And then you did stuff that is more interesting.
Well, I did stuff that was required more of my time and energy
Yeah.
than which Poppy has not quite crossed into.
No,
if
I
I
get
can
it.
get you to let me do a cosplay episode on like horror cosplay,
you are.
then we'll do Poppy Playtime. We'll do Five Nights at Freddy's, and we'll just become the things that haunt us.
Can we do? Here.
Whoa.
That is a.
That was very poetic.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say, can we do? Because we just did the. For those of you who don't know, Amy not only is creative director of Style Theory, but also helps a lot on the product and merchandise side. So
Yes.
like working on the puffer jacket, or working on like the FNAF collection that we just did.
Yes.
One of the things that I'd love to do, and one of the things that we should do, right, is do another collaboration with something other than Five Nights at Freddy's, like a Poppy.
That would be fun.
But because I think Poppy you could do a lot with, like you could have like cool like blue furry sleeves and things.
Yeah.
Like it affords a lot of stuff. Mommy Longlegs has a lot of cool design features and things like that. But one of the things that comes to mind too is, do you want it all around Poppy, or do you do like an indie horror showcase?
I
like you said.
like an indie carousel. Just
Yeah!
like a revolving little thing of all the different outfits.
Yeah, and so then you have like an outfit or two from Bendy, and an outfit or two from Poppy, and an outfit or two from...
Imagine that promo of like this really creepy carousel going around lighting up each little section. Then I want to know, what are all the indie like franchises that we should feature in that carousel if we can?
That's a great question.
I like sourcing information from the audience.
Oh
and
my
the people
God.
who want to do it.
It's almost like the audience helps dictate a lot of the content that comes out, so we can make cool stuff for them.
We bend to your wills. That's really what it is.
That's fair. What would I... Here, give me one, like a must-have for you, Ash.
Oh, I mean, Bendy merch would be so cool.
That would be really
Right? Bendy feels like a missed opportunity.
Imagine
I feel
the
that's
line
one
work.
that's like, yeah.
Like the line.
Or like the just the aesthetic of like dripping and like having like maybe different textures, and you have like something that's a little bit more glossy and stuff dripping.
If you could also have that be like slightly 3D so it comes off from it so
That's
you
what I'm
can
thinking.
feel it.
Yeah, so you have some sort of, like...
I would love an ink dress. Just
Yeah,
saying.
right?
Like, that would be real fun.
Like an
100%.
over, like a shoulders, like, what's it called? When it's not the shoulders?
A cold shoulder?
Yeah.
Where you have the open shoulder here?
Yes.
Yeah,
those.
cold shoulder.
And
It's
that
a shoulder, but it's not a shoulder.
But like
Exactly.
it's uneven,
Elbow.
so like Amanda the Adventurer could be fun.
Ooh, I forgot about Amanda. Yeah.
Like a woolly hat and outfit.
Yes, like a big woolly like jacket coat thing, or like
That'd be real fun.
That's good.
I like that.
I like that. Hello neighbor.
Ooh.
Sweater vest. Anyway, here we go. Mom Entertainment released 1 minute and 23 seconds
Woo!
that we spent the first like 20 minutes on completely other things.
Yep.
A Smiling Critters cartoon. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's see what Chapter 3 has in store, ladies and gentlemen, shall we? Smiling Critters cartoon. Let's go. Wait, whoa.
Oh, hello.
That's cranked up to max. 1.7. Yep, that's fair. That sounds about right. That's about the
I
pace
was
that I watch
like,
everything.
this goes fast.
we gotta
go fast.
Okay. Oh, wow. I love that anything that's ever set in what is this, like late 80s, early 90s?
Has that pattern?
This is the go-to pattern for anything that immediately says late 80s, early 90s.
I mean, I legitimately think they just took it from something like Saved by the Bell, because that's what it looks exactly like.
It is Saved by the Bell. That's exactly
is.
right. Yes, or right here.
Yes.
Beverly Hills 90210 versus Saved by the Bell.
90210.
Yeah,
There you go.
this is that aesthetic of all those. Is that exactly it? It's pretty close.
It is really close.
It's really on point there. Also, in other news, these guys are definitely giving me, again, if you're riffing off of this era of entertainment, these guys are giving me, I guess it was a little bit earlier, but Care Bears.
Ooh, yeah.
Getting a lot of Care Bear
I see
action
a lot
here.
of Care Bears. And the other one that this really, really reminds me of, Care Bears look weird now.
Right? These are modern Care Bears, right?
They're emojis, though.
They are. These
Like,
are
they're-
original Care
yeah,
Bears.
yeah.
These are the Care Bears that are getting together and giving me a Care Bear stare and turning me from an ice monster who's putting fear and cold into people's hearts and turning me into a loving friend for the world.
I will say, I don't remember a lot of the Care Bears actual cartoon.
Oh, that's the lore. That is a finale to one of the
But
movies.
in the movie, they have that kid who goes like completely insane, and I thought about that the other day because like the bags under the eyes moment, I'm just like, I feel that in my soul sometimes.
You're like, oh, Care Bears hits different as an adult.
It really does.
Care Bears hits hard at this point.
But there's a really random like cartoon from I think it's like the 80s that was called like Popples that had that really similar animation style to this.
I know
but,
what you're
like,
talking about.
Yeah.
I watched Care Bears. I didn't watch Popples, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, animated series. Yeah, good
Yeah,
memory.
yeah.
Oh, this is exactly them.
Yeah, I don't remember why I had this on like VHS,
Yeah.
but I did.
Oh, this is so
Right?
accurate. Popples, season 1 and season 2.
Too close. Oh, it is. Oh, these kids, man.
Popples. Oh yeah, I see this.
But they have the backgrounds and everything.
Yeah,
too.
this is a win.
Anyway, yes.
100%. Oh my gosh, they have a pig and a chicken and a bear. It's FNAF.
Unicorn!
Excuse me?
I was really excited for the unicorn.
Clearly you were. Sorry, Lisa Frank called. She has your number.
Listen, you don't know.
I think I do know. Though. I like that. There's a reason I cited that reference because I know that Lisa Frank was the aesthetic of many a generation.
Many of my childhood. That and like I was a big My Little Ponies kid.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I
sure.
like went hard
Yeah.
for My Little Ponies, and that is all that. If you put it through like a Funhouse mirror.
I was gonna say through some like twisted like
Yep.
indie horror filter. Yeah, 100%. One thing I am noticing that's interesting, right? And this is also giving me more of the Care Bears feel, is that each one seems to have like a necklace or a logo around them. So similar to the Care Bears, right? Which had their like I forget them all. Like Sunshine Bear.
There's Sunshine Bear.
Sleepy Bear, I think is this one.
Lucky Bear. There's
like Grumpy
Braveheart the
Sand Bear.
Lion.
Oh,
I remember.
Whoa! Well, way to pull that one out of nowhere.
Again, I watched like the second Care Bear movie
Yeah.
a lot,
Uh-huh.
and that was what that was.
Yeah, they're like Friendship Bear, Sunshine Bear,
Yeah.
Happiness, whatever.
It's also like, speaking of My Little Pony, My Little Ponies have the cutie marks that are
Yes.
also that.
Yeah.
Which is apparently very big of the 80s, is have the one iconic trait,
Yeah.
and that's all you are.
No, that is true, actually, where you had characters that were defined by their like one identifying feature.
So then it would be like, what do these one identifying features mean about each of these characters? Because obviously they mean something.
Right. I mean, this guy is light bulb, so
he's smart.
Right. Light bulb is usually smart. This is.
They are painting, so maybe they're creative. They have all the colors.
Yeah, I guess that could be true. You have Pig, who's like hungry. You have the chicken, who's Chica. Clearly,
Excuse me, they have a back comb. They're a little bit different.
a little bit. It's slightly different. It's anime Chica, and then here you have the sports bunny, I guess, going.
So
through
the
clouds.
Pokemon.
Yeah, the Pokemon one. What is it about rainbow unicorns?
I
Because don't get me wrong, I love me a good rainbow unicorn. Especially, I love rainbows, but like unicorns, like people. Love.
I guess because people think of rainbows as like magical.
Yeah.
And unicorns are magical.
Yeah.
So like you put them together and it's like ultimate magic.
Yeah. What is this?
Is it-
Is that just a glitch effect or what?
So it was the bear before.
Oh,
it
it's the
zoomed
bear
in.
before, okay.
Yeah.
oh,
And
he is. Oh, he's
math.
smart. He is smart. He's doing math.
Oh, so then the artsy one and the smart one.
And the smart one, yeah,
Yep,
that's
that
it.
makes sense.
Okay. Oh man, they're doing some Pythagorean theorem here.
Mm.
Calculating whether this is a right triangle. A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
I don't know what that line work is not.
Wow.
I'm just listen.
Minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, yeah, that's right. I still remember that.
Well,
Let's go quadratic formula.
yeah,
right?
quadratics. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Oh, wait, there's the cat. There's the cat. So for a
cat.
while, we've been expecting Chapter 3's villain to be a purple like cat creature.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that this is them. Also, in the teaser that came before, you had a lot of scratches on the wall. You also had talk of like my somnambulous flock or whatever, which means like sleepy flock.
Okay, thesaurus.
Yeah, no, it's somna, which is a good word flash word, but it's a prefix that usually means like sleepy or to sleep,
Gotcha.
right?
Well, this is a sleepy cat with
yeah.
it's very Cheshire cat.
Right, I was gonna say it's very Cheshire cat with nighttime imagery. Okay, so who do
Oh,
we?
that logo is also very My Little Ponies,
Right?
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh totally.
It is 100%, especially like the newer one.
Yep.
The other thing that it like brings to mind, I don't know why these are my references, by the way.
Popples, yeah.
If you look up Littlest Pet Shop, it also kind of falls into that feel.
I don't know. I've known from basically everything you said. What's the Littlest Pet Shop?
Littlest Pet Shop it's so like the cartoon is newer, so I can't say I know the cartoon, but like
I've seen
yeah, but they're
these.
toys, and
Yeah.
so like the old school toys I knew, and then they got like a bunch of different rebrands, and there's a huge market for all things.
Yeah.
That.
Oh sure. This is terrifying.
I
I don't know if this is a Littlest Pet Shop.
no, it
but-
is.
Whoa, this thing needs
Some
to
of
go
the-
to
some of them
the littlest vet because he's got something wrong with him. I'm very concerned.
It is a hamster gerbil.
Yeah, he is. Wow.
Listen, maybe there's something going on there. I don't know.
I like that some of them have. Oh, I guess
The
they all
stars
have
in the eyes,
stars
yeah.
in their eyes. Oh man, that makes them extra cute.
Yeah, I don't know all of the stuff behind Littlest Pet Shop. I just am familiar with like the imagery.
No, you're not familiar with the lore.
No, unfortunately, it was a
dare you.
little after my generation.
Sure, of
I'm
course.
just aware of
Yeah,
it.
I get it. Okay, so we got that. We saw a smart one. This is probably it's a pig.
It's-
It ate a
it-
burger. It's the hungry
it's
one.
hungry.
Yeah, creative unicorn.
That's like Brave, probably with the sun.
Yeah,
it
but-
looks like a sun.
Is it a dog?
Yeah,
Brave
I
dog?
think so. I think it's a-
I'm assuming because you were the sports ball, that's the like sporty rabbit, sleepy cat. It's interesting that the cat right now, as the chapters have progressed, right, is portrayed as this like kind of leader or the kind of main boss of this upcoming chapter. But here, the cat is just kind of one of the rest of the crew, which is interesting.
The logo though is purple.
Oh, that is true. Oh, purple, and we know purple.
Purple. That Urple man.
The Urple man, it does bad stuff for you.
Another interesting thing is that our little purple friend is the only one not raising a hand or two hands. But it makes them stand out.
Huh, that's
They're not
interesting.
waving. Yeah.
That's interesting. Also, of the logo, let's see, we got unicorn. The logo is sleepier, right? Like you have the cat represented through the moon.
Yep.
You have sleepiness represented through the sleepy E, which is interesting. And then you have these kind of eyeballs or ears or
I
something.
think they're ears.
Yeah, ears.
And then the unicorn horn.
Yeah. Bear, and then chicken. Surfing chicken. Great. All right. Smiling critters. I love those old aesthetic. Oh, this is already serving Walton files to me.
Are they sleeping in like a schoolhouse?
10:05. I was gonna be like, is that a date? But it's not, because that would have been like maybe they're teasing when the game's coming out.
Unless you're waiting a long time.
They're like, it's releasing in Q4 of next year. Oh no! That's a long time to wait. What do we got here? Is this an elephant? What is that?
It looks like a family photo.
Maybe.
Would it not?
He looks like he has kind of like a long nose there. I don't know what that is.
And like a horn.
Bones. A lot of bones.
The wind's really scary.
Oh yeah, this is very Walton Files-esque.
Ooh.
I can't sleep.
Hey, we'll be okay, guys. I promise. All winds blow away. Eventually.
Oh, great. This does feel like a setup, though, for one of those early cartoons where it's
yeah.
like, oh, don't worry, it's just a storm. It's just a storm.
Great. And then they have a friend that comes and it's all fun and games.
And teaches them that, like,
Yeah.
don't worry, it's just the wind blowing. Oh,
You don't have to be scared of the wind.
Yeah. Our cat's
Also-
missing.
Friend.
Oh, there we go. Oh, this is concerning.
I don't like it.
This is concerning.
I don't like it.
There's the name.
Catnap?
Catnap. There it is. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, we did a theory when they released the last trailer or last teaser of Chapter 3. We were talking about how cats were known for stealing babies' breaths back in the day. Or like there was a lot of this like lore and mythology around babies' breaths being stolen because cats like would they like cuddle up with the kid and then the like little baby like suffocates, or would they be attracted to the milk on the baby's breath, and so then they like curl up and kill kids. Like it's all like old wives' tales, so there isn't really a whole lot of truth to it. There's been like 1 or 2 cases historically reported about this sort of thing, but because of that, it's kind of carried on this idea of like cats as killers of small kids. So that's just interesting. But Catnap, I like that.
That's a good name.
That's a good name.
Please, help us go to sleep, Catnap.
We need it, Catnap.
Oh man, be careful what you wish for. Okay, he's got a lightning bolt.
Which goes along with like sporty,
Like the
energetic.
action. Yeah, like I'm the
Yeah.
energy one, yeah. Oh, this is terrifying.
Oh.
That's uncomfortable. Oh, the sun switched to the 3D. That's not great. Oh boy. Oh, wonderful.
Oh, they're like flat. Interesting. They seem. It's weird. They feel empty.
They do feel empty. So again, the lore, so to catch you up, the lore of the games, right, is that living tissue or living children or people are being used and their parts are being used to bring toys to life.
Yes.
In some weird scientific process that involves poppies, maybe poppy gel, poppy gas, whatever, and
gas.
living tissue. Well, right, gas. But poppy gas is also known to put people to sleep. Most people know from the movie Wizard of Oz, where they go through the poppy fields and they're like, oh, poppy, sleep. And so it puts them to sleep. But then the thought is the kids, the orphans that live in play care, they are put to sleep and then used to make these characters come to life. So I'm wondering if the smiling critters then, this is that story.
Yeah,
basically.
no, it's what happened to those kids. Because like it seems like they were stuck somewhere where they were just boarded up, basically.
Yeah.
And then something came to save them and give them a relief or rescue, and it went very badly.
The most interesting part of this, though, I think, is the fact that it's coming from one of their own, right? It's not a different size. It doesn't look like it's particularly adult or anyway. Like, he has the same, Catnap has the same design as every other character, which tells me that this is another kid.
Yep.
Like, there's like a mole or a cat in the works, right? But like there's a mole here or someone else who is one of them who has been converted into the toy or converted into Catnap and is now an agent doing this to all the other kids.
Oh man.
Which is concerning.
That's dark.
It has a lot of dark implications there. Really concerning. Because, the Catnap is another smiling friend. Okay. Produced by Playtime Pictures, television animation crew. So I'm wondering if these are actual people that worked on this?
Maybe.
Or if these are, like, in-universe names. Because right now, none of these, Timothy Townley, Carmen Adams, none of these are names that we've seen, to my knowledge, seeded into the main game or lore yet.
Okay.
Although we have Dog Day.
Okay, so now we have names.
Picky Piggy. Bobby
Bear Hug. Oh, that's why he has a heart.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, man. So that's 3 of them, at least.
Does this make this a cartoon that Poppy, like, the company put out to people?
Yeah, presumably. You know, inspire confidence.
Listen,
in the company.
This fits right in with like the genre of things I was seeing as a child. So
what's interesting is that it's not the ones that were actually. I'm wondering why they're showing us these 3: Dog Day, Picky Piggy, and Bobby Bear Hug, because they're not the 3 that talked. Because I was gonna be like, they're crediting the actual voice actors here, but they're not. Because more than just those 3 talked. In fact, I don't think those 3 really talked at all. You had.
The bear did, and the dog did.
Catnap! Please, help us go.
Right, like the elephant's not
Go to
credited.
sleep, Catnap.
Well, we did.
The pig is.
Everyone talks.
I know, everyone sleeps, but why only those 3?
Well, did we finish the video? Is there another thing of credits?
I mean, maybe, but like, I see this, and there's all this empty space down here.
Who do we get close-ups of at the very
that
end
is
when
the
they're
only-
doing like the...
No, we get close-ups of almost everybody except the chicken.
Bear.
Dog.
Is there anything in the glitch? No. It's just scary transition.
Oh,
Right? It looks like an eyeball or something.
it looks like blood vessels.
Great.
Hey,
All right, so that's
we only get that.
that. Oh, I can grab exclusive merch.
Ooh.
Shorts remixing the video. It says, try to survive the vengeful toys waiting for you in the abandoned toy factory. Use your grandpa. Yeah, okay, this is just the game. Interesting. Huh.
What I like, and this is me coming to it from my point of view,
Yeah.
so take it as you will. I like that I can definitely tell inspirations behind like what these people must have watched that inspired this game.
Oh, 100%.
Like that I get a lot of joy out of.
Yeah.
Like this cat, I grew up with that like era of television where everything was like slightly weird. And
Oh, totally.
do you remember who was on Nickelodeon, the show Kablam?
Oh, that's the cartoon. It was like the cartoon shorts thing.
Yeah.
Where they like mixed them all together. And
Yeah,
there was
the main 2 were like
Stinky Diver.
yes, the action
power
league
to-
now.
Yeah, that's it. He's got the power to melt man.
Meltman.
Right? Was that what it
yes,
was?
with the
Meltman?
power to melt.
Yeah, that was it.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
What they also used to do,
Yeah.
I know, really weird show. My favorite thing from that was Life with Loopy, which has nothing to do with this, but
Oh,
it
that's
was
the one with
so good.
They were like the paper doll cutouts.
Yeah, they were flat.
Yeah. Kablam. Yeah.
Right? But one of the ones that like haunts me to this day, like it still like lingers in the back of my right?
This was terrifying.
And they would do the weirdest stuff in that.
Kablam was a dark show. Like the cartoons always felt like slightly darker than your typical fare on Nickelodeon.
Yes.
And so, you're sitting there watching like Meltman like get melted and the guy like get flushed down the toilet and stuff. And that was probably the lightest of them. Loopy got weird.
It did. Like they would fall down the couch into like this random other world.
Yeah.
But like Kablam actually fits really well into this like indie horror sphere
Yeah.
of types of content. But basically there was this one cartoon that really stuck with me and like haunted me. I can only name like 3 things from my childhood that actively haunt me.
Really?
And yeah.
Huh.
Like
And one of them was from Kablam?
it was this
there they are.
weird
The flesh.
one one-off episode that they did, their cat episode.
Yeah.
And then
This was they had what was it? I think my favorite one was probably the shortest one, but it was Bob and Earl.
yes, Bob and Earl.
Bob and Earl.
Bob and Earl.
Bob and Earl, which was
With the alien?
The alien and the caveman.
The alien that came in.
That-
Nope, not that.
Very different Bob and Earl.
Ah, yes, childhood.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Prometheus and Bob.
Prometheus and
that
Bob.
was it.
There
Prometheus
you
and
go.
Bob.
Wait, so where did Earl come from?
Listen,
Maybe I'm thinking Toe Jam and Earl.
I think you were thinking Toe Jam and Earl, but Earl.
I was mixing references. Prometheus.
Earl had to go.
Earl, Prometheus, you know.
Hey, is that what inspired the Prometheus movies? Is this where they got the idea?
This is it, clearly.
It was weird.
They were all weird. Kablam was a weird show.
It was.
So,
But
okay, what are you talking
the
about?
one that I remember is Anemia and Iodine, which is legitimately just a one-off little cartoon. But
Anemia and Iodine.
it's basically like these two kids going through this haunted house.
Great. Signs of iodine deficiency. Yeah, okay. So what is it?
But it's like these two kids going through this haunted house, and they're finding all this spooky stuff, and they find like an abandoned cat.
Yeah.
And that cat, like the last frame, I believe, of this episode haunts me to this day because like this little kid, they find a cat and they're like, we must save this cat. We must help him and everything. And then you get to the end and then suddenly it turns on its head.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid, little kitty. We'll go home and give you something to eat. Yum, 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 yum.
Ah! Yeah, and
Like,
that terrified you?
Something about it as a kid just like
Sure.
haunted me.
Because you didn't expect it.
No.
Yeah.
No. And I don't know why. Like, if you want to talk about like core memories, core memory
Really?
is that
Anemia and
weird
Iodine
cat.
from Kablam.
But like that cat reminds me of the one that's in the Poppy trailer.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
I could not watch Ren and Stimpy.
So you're talking about those like weird one-offs. I didn't have Nickelodeon growing up. Like I would have to go to my grandparents' house to see it because they had cable. You know, and so when you're at grandma's house, you get to stay up late and watch TV and this and that. It was cool. And I remember like I stumbled across Ren and Stimpy like the end of an episode, and it was this episode where they all get sucked into a black hole. I think this is it. But what ends up happening is they cut to the end credits. Every episode would start like the title sequence would end with them like popping out of like little, you know, the title card or whatever. But then they cut to the title card after they're sucked into the black hole. No one pops out of the hole, like out of the title card. Like it's just a blank title card and they're not there. And I remember that subversion of what you expect to have was so terrifying to me because it's like, oh, they're just gone. They're sucked into that black hole and they're never coming back. And like the title card is now empty. That was one of those core like horror moments for me too.
Oh, did you ever watch Little Nemo?
Yes.
Oh,
my gosh.
That's one of the other three.
Little
that
Nemo is
terrifi-
dark.
I cried so hard because of the nothing.
I know we're not gonna be able to show it, but like
No,
Little Nemo is
legitimately
great.
it's this dark
Yeah.
nothing that just starts consuming and eating
Yeah.
everything that you've discovered through this entire movie. It is
It
terrifying.
is. No, Little Nemo's one of those movies that again like gets those reputations of early like childhood trauma inducing things where it's like, oh, look at this family friendly movie about a kid traveling through dreamland and like, oh, look at how fun wacky characters and it looks like a kind of like a rough version of Winnie the Pooh and whatever and it's a dog. But no, at the end it's like, oh, no, this thing is like actually demonic and scary and
It's
horrific.
horrible.
Yeah. And
Like-
it causes nightmares.
Like I said, I grew up on a lot of like random VHS that you would find in like grocery stores.
Yeah.
And the amount of traumatic
Yeah.
cartoons I've seen as a child, so high.
Yeah. Ash.
Yeah.
What's your trauma?
There was one day in my life. No. In terms of like a show?
Yeah, do you have anything
Or
like
just
this?
like, you
Or
know,
like
one of
those,
these kind of things.
one of those like
that
core
you-
memories that you're like, oh, this stuck with me. Because I feel like everyone has one at least.
Like a cartoon or a movie or something you saw way too young or was
Or
too
ma-
dark for what it should have been.
Or maybe Ash was born at a time when parents actually like pre-screened the stuff that they
What?
showed their kids as opposed to us, which are like, yep, there you go.
Hey.
Enjoy.
Okay. This was a show that was on, I think it was on HBO Family.
Wow,
the
HBO Family.
childhood of HBO
I
Family.
was going to say, you know, the most childhood friendly of brands, HBO.
Yeah.
Second only to Cinemax.
Oh my gosh, what was it?
Great.
Cinemax for kids.
Yeah, Cinemax for kids.
This show was called Crashbox.
Crash Box. Really? Okay.
And there was some movement in here that I thought so wildly disturbing. Because I was just, I think, too young for it.
No, that doesn't look right.
Ah, your brain on computers.
We got your attention. Let the games begin.
This is kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
I'm kinda
But when
digging
I
it.
was like really little, it was
Sure.
very creepy.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Was Crashbox a show or was it like a series of stuff?
It was a show.
Okay.
But like this general style,
Yeah.
I think largely because I was exposed to Crashbox so young,
Yeah.
creeped me out.
Like stop motion stuff?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I think I healed by the time I got to Nightmare Before Christmas. But there was this one stop motion thing. I remember Mark Twain being somewhat associated with it.
Sorry. I remember Mark Twain.
I
That was
do.
not the person I expected to get pulled out of this. This is horrific.
Yeah.
This right here.
No.
Okay, we found the
No.
trauma. I'm traumatized by this right now. This is awful.
Did you ever?
I hate this so much.
Did
Wait,
you?
did I see a historical figure? I saw a historical figure flying across the screen.
Maybe it was Mark
You
Twain.
search
No.
Crashbox Mark Twain. Will you find it?
I don't think Mark Twain was in Crashbox.
You'd
I
be,
don't
you'd
know,
be surprised,
but
Ash.
you know, who's to say?
Did you ever watch Angela Anaconda? That was also terrifying.
Oh, that was one of those. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was
This
another
is somehow scarier than that.
Yeah,
though. I
this-
don't like that lady.
Yeah, this is concerning. I'm worried about all of this. Oh! Ben Franklin jump scare! Were you confusing Mark Twain,
No.
classic American author before Ash, with Ben
Oh my God.
Franklin, America's greatest inventor?
I'm thinking about two very different things.
Okay.
Oh.
They had
'Cause
this
I'm-
like weird house. There was like another planet involved. It was crazy.
No, a Ben Franklin jump scare.
Look,
it's fair.
Ben Frank jump scare.
It's
I
a
think it was
solid
very
jump scare.
formative for me.
Oh, that's so
Yeah, this is
weird.
terrifying, actually. I was
Oh.
skeptical just seeing the like opening sequence, but now I look at this and I'm like, oh, this is the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah.
Of course, HBO would produce a family show
Right?
that looks like this.
So now you understand why I'm the way that I am.
Right?
Yeah, I feel like we're learning a lot about each other through this one.
I mean, we're also like finding out how the people who made Poppy Playtime became the people they are.
Oh, look at you
Right.
bringing it
Look
back
at it.
around.
Nice.
Well done. Thanks for
Thank
getting
you.
us back on track. Thank you. Way to actually care about creating a sensible, cohesive episode of GT Not Live. Last thing before we wrap here is I'm curious about Poppy Playtime 3 here. The logo design is very unusual. Why is there this weird disconnect at the end?
Is it like a scratch?
I like that it zooms up and then immediately
Can
rejects
you
that
open a
zoom.
new window?
I could. Let's see that. Can I? It's not gonna work. Here we go. We downloaded it. We're gonna open it.
Oh God!
What is the deal?
Broke the internet! You just broke it!
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, we're.
Do you have the clip tool?
Now, what do you want me to do?
You can zoom in.
Zoom?
I know.
Or save it, and then you can
I
zoom.
could. Yeah, I gotta save it. See, this is. We're taking all sorts of detours now. This episode has been nothing but detours. Let's be honest.
Where'd you save it?
You know, these are Amy. It's in pictures, obviously. Great. I'm glad we've done this.
Zoom in.
though.
No, I know. But I'm just saying. It's. I'm glad that this is for. I'm glad that we zoomed in for this small little detail.
I like the underline of the Y that I can notice now.
That is interesting that there's an underline of the Y. I never
Right?
noticed that. Why this, though? Because I agree that on one hand, I'm like, oh, I would expect this to be scratch marks, but it's very weird.
It feels very like meaty. Like
Meaty.
when you think of like stretching.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the name of the muscle tissue.
The sinews, the tendons.
Yeah, the tendons is what I was thinking of. If you like were pulling it apart, that would be what was left. So I don't know if
Right.
it's like separating pieces
Yeah.
or sewing them together maybe.
Yeah, maybe sewing. I could see them being like stitches or something.
Because
It-
you have that like texture up there as well.
Yeah, it's just an odd addition. Like hey, welcome to the channel where I make mountains out of molehills. But like, you look at the design of the 3, and the 3 works without that. And so this very clearly seems like a small additional detail. Yeah, where you're fusing things together or
you think-
sewing things together.
It could mean there are 2 endings. It could mean there might be like a 3.5, like an extra little section.
Oh,
that-
3.5.
Or like a DLC that's like attached to this.
It could also be, I mean, like one of the recurring themes, right, is that the prototype, the main villain, or kind of like the main antagonist that's kind of lurking in the shadows the whole time, is taking other characters and eventually adding them to himself. and stitching to himself.
That would make sense.
So maybe that's what this is.
The other thing is, like, what it does let you do is have, like, 3 of those diamond-y shaped pieces in your 3.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that matters.
Right. It's an interesting design.
Yeah. I do think it has something to do with, like, putting together.
Yeah, stitching things together
Yeah.
or tearing individual things apart. Is that a skull back there?
No.
Anyway. All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Was there anything else, Ash, that I need to be aware of when it comes to the smiling critters?
Well, if you hop, skip, and jump right on over to the Mob Entertainment Twitter page,
Okay.
you might find a couple little graphics that will be popping up over time. 1, there's a glitched out shorter version of this. 2, they're doing little, like, get to know me of the little smiling critters. I think it's really cute.
I like that.
Oh, let's start with Smarty Pants. Bubba Fans.
Sure. That makes me think Smarty Boy.
Bubba Fant. He likes lemongrass as a scent. Okay.
No, I think he is lemongrass scented.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Oh, nice. We can sniff him like a scented marker.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, scented toys were a big thing at one point.
He's the brains of the critters, bright and attentive. He keeps his friends steady and always steers them to make smart choices. That way, they all might grow up to be bright and brilliant, each in their own right.
Are we gonna see a lot of repetitive letters? Because Bubba Finn had lots of B's.
It did. Do we only have the one?
Yeah, it's only
Only the one. Just the one.
I thought you said you were going to see a lot of these guys popping up.
But yeah, you're
You're
going
to be.
but not right now. See, I'm building anticipation.
Thanks.
Well met. Look at
Man.
So we're missing
Rocky
a cat
Horror
from
Picture
here.
Show. Yeah, we are missing him.
Also, their icons are different colors.
Right, their icons are different colors, but here, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in awkwardly so we can see this up close. Also, instead of necklaces, they're split down the middle.
They're zipper pulls.
They're zipper pulls, which is interesting, right?
Which also leads more into how they looked at the end of that trailer, where they were all very flat, like they had just lost what was inside them.
Right? Yeah, they're unzipped and they're like something's being yanked out of them or put inside of them. That's really interesting. Also comes without any sort of context or anything.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Probably Playtime Chapter 3, Critters, and then Bubba Fant. All right. Did I miss anything, Ash?
I mean, is there anything in the glitches of that glitched out shorter version?
I think that there might be. I don't know, but I am now really curious as to what everyone else smells like because they've made me invested.
I like that you want to know what everyone smells like.
Yep. Don't eat the burger.
Oh, on Twitter, damn you, Twitter. Twitter video, X video. I can't go frame by frame, and it's terrible. I hate all of this. Okay, I could go.
Oh, there's something jumped.
I think it's just him jumping into the hearts. It's just merging. Yeah, that's him jumping into the hearts. I watched this at 0.25 speed, so you don't have to. Oh wait, there was something there.
There was something there. That was the surfing chicken. And then something else. Ooh.
Golden Path.
The only thing golden so far is the moon.
Yeah.
Well, in the actual factory, is there a golden path? Like, is there a yellow floor?
No, I mean, maybe.
Not yet.
Not that I'm aware of. Golden Path. Yeah, here I guess it would be tied to the moon, like you said. Like, we're bringing him up to the
Actually,
golden path.
something you said actually makes me think of this, which is you brought up the fact that they've talked about poppy gas, which is like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And the Wizard of Oz
That's
putting that there.
The Yellow Brick Road.
The Yellow Brick Road. Like, that actually fits too well.
That fits really well.
So I think your one-off comment might have actually been really on point for that.
Maybe all of Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 is just a riff on Wizard of Oz.
Are they the Munchkins?
They might be! No! They represent the Lollipop Guild. We have tossed out so many pop culture references here in the last hour. This is wild. This is probably the deepest pop culture reference, hodgepodge. Everything from John Green novels to Wizard of Oz to Popples, My Little Pony, and The Littlest Pet Shop. I'm really curious too about we have our dear friend, the unicorn here, creative unicorn here, which this is a cutback to the scene of Bubba Fant revealing his trigonometry. But suddenly he's missing an eye?
Yeah, and the mouth is doing something weird.
Oh, I guess.
They took away the little...
Is that always how? Oh, I guess that's always how they look, huh?
Yeah, the black eyes with the dots.
Oh, weird. It's just,
They just took away the dot.
yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, gold. So we know golden path is a thing.
Yep.
Interesting. Listen to this jam.
Someone loves it. Someone somewhere loves
This
it.
is like the best ASMR ever. Just
And it starts again.
all right, cool. Huh? No, good one. Thanks for pointing out the glitches, because when you said like, oh, it's a ripple of just a glitch version of it, I'm like, oh, okay.
Always
What am I thinking? The second I think that there's not going to be something hidden in glitches, there's
Come on.
something hidden.
Something
What am I?
hidden in glitches.
What am I doing?
Yo.
What am I doing?
Matt.
I really need to sit down and examine the decisions that
It's
I'm making
true.
in my life. I am so sorry. I would like to issue a formal apology to everyone watching this channel right now. I have let you down. I've made a grave and terrible mistake.
Does that mean we can make this thumbnail a couch video of you being like, I'm so sorry?
You could. Here,
Just,
let me give you a thumbnail.
there you go. Imagine text right here. Just a little, I have to apologize.
I'm so sorry.
Breaking my silence.
Oh man, the internet's a very strange place. Anyway,
Sure.
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our overlong assessment of an hour or of a minute, 30 seconds of content, which we spent like an hour talking about literally everything other than that. But I'm excited about Chapter 3. It does look like you said, Ash, the fact that they have started to do like individual uploads of characters leads me to believe, so this one happened today, leads me to believe that probably for the next week, they'll, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minus the cat. So I'd say, yeah, so if there's 7, I would say probably the game's going to release a week after this.
Whoa.
So it might be in November.
Yeah.
But if I'm them, right, I've got it spaced out, like, hey, here's our trailer. We're introducing you to the 7 characters. Maybe the 8th one then is Critter Cat. And by next week, it'll be
Maybe
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Oh no.
Is it a holiday? Is it actually a holiday upload? Just a different holiday?
That would not be giving.
Ash and I are going to be spending some turkey day together.
Yeah.
You just have
Us
your
with mashed
food
potatoes.
and your gameplay.
I do love me some mashed potatoes.
Me
We
too.
make a good mashed potato.
Oh yeah. Do you want some sweet potato casserole?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, man.
Fair warning, Stephanie is terrible at gravy.
Ouch.
No, she's very good at it. No, that's not how she, no, she will readily
I was
admit
just like,
that she is
wow.
bad. No, she is bad at gravy. Like, she is a phenomenal cook, and like Thanksgiving, like, knocks it out of the ballpark. Gravy, we cannot get for the life of us. It's so bad.
Oh, I mean, I could bring my contributions.
Okay,
I'll bring the gravy.
yeah. We'll just pop open a bottle of Heinz gravy or whatever. Turkey gravy. We'll do it.
Great. Perfect. I'm so excited to spend this giving time with you, Matt.
And Poppy
I
Playtime.
don't think you are. I don't believe that.
Well, I'm going to be so thankful.
we could write our novels together.
We could.
Are you writing a novel too?
I could write my foreword.
It will take him all
so
of November
committed.
Yeah, I'm so
to
committed.
write that
I'm making this
forward.
forward. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, Amy. Thank you for joining me on the couch.
Yay.
And as always, my friends, thank you most of all for spending the day with us. Hopefully, this game doesn't come out next week. Hopefully, it comes out the week
please,
after.
please.
Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, we'll see you in the next video. And remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you. See ya!